The Vortex Strike Eagle 5-25, quite possibly the best value long-range scope available today. And yeah, we put it on a 50. Here I am editing video and getting ready to deliver you guys the Vortex Strike Eagle, the best value long-range scope available. When this shows up at my door, the Vortex Venom. Now, I'm not saying the Venom is going to take my spot, in my opinion, as the best value long-range scope, but it is definitely going to be a serious contender, especially since it is even cheaper than the Strike Eagle. In this video, I'm going to talk about my experiences with my Strike Eagle and some of my friends' experiences with their Strike Eagles, all while noting some of the differences with the Venom. But keep in mind there are a lot of similarities between the Strike Eagle and the Venom as well. I literally just received this Venom, and of course I've looked through it and played with it a bit, and it is no doubt impressive. But I haven't mounted it to a rifle yet or shot it as of when I'm making this video, so I won't be able to comment on any real-world use with the Venom. But one thing I really like about both of these scopes is Vortex is conquering one of the major hurdles for people when getting into long-range shooting, the cost. When looking to get into long-range shooting, the cost can be daunting. The rifle, the accessories, and of course, the scope. For a long time, it was thought that to shoot out to 1,000 yards accurately, you would need a scope that was going to cost around $2,000. Thankfully, in recent years, that price has been falling and now reaching the low prices of $699 for the Strike Eagle or $499 for the Venom at Optics Planet at the time this video is being put together, and both of those can be made a little cheaper with the code Alabama. When you use that code, you get the gear you want, you save a little bit of money, and it helps the channel out at the same time. It's really a win for everybody. I never thought you could get a quality rifle scope capable of what these scopes are capable of at these prices. I've done a lot with the Strike Eagle, including putting it on a 50 cal just to see if it could hold up to the abuse. But even beyond that, I've had many friends that have purchased Strike Eagles, and they have performed for them in extreme circumstances as well. The Vortex Strike Eagle packs many of the normal stats you would find on a much more expensive scope into a much more affordable package. Most importantly, the scope is first focal plane, meaning that the measurements in the reticle will be correct throughout the magnification spectrum. Speaking of magnification, the Strike Eagle is offered in several different magnifications, but this one is the 5-25, again ideal for long-range shooting. It also features a 34mm main tube and 56mm objective lens. You'll get 31 mils of elevation travel. For those that don't know, that's the amount of travel the reticle will have based on the elevation turret. This much elevation will let you take any capable cartridge out to a mile, which again I'd say is very impressive from a scope in this price range. This too is greater than the travel available in the Venom at only 25 mils. The turrets are exposed, but they are locking. To make an adjustment, just pull out, make your adjustment. The adjustments are tactile and audible, then push the turret back down and lock it into place. Meanwhile, the Venom has exposed non-locking turrets. The left side of the scope has parallax adjustments out to infinity and down to 15 yards, and the illumination settings for the illuminated reticle are also on this side. Illuminated reticle is one of the major features that the Strike Eagle has over the Venom. Also included in the box is the throw lever for the magnification ring. I love this upgrade. I guess if they only charged another $20 for the Razor, they could also put a throw lever in the box with the Razor too. I guess the Razor isn't expensive enough. You'll also get a sunshade, a battery, the Rev Stop Zero system, and a tool to remove the turrets when zeroing. Quick note on the tool for zeroing, it's basically a plastic flathead screwdriver, and if you use a metal one like I have, you will scratch the hell out of your turrets. So throw that tool in your range bag if you don't want to butcher your turrets up. I would say the glass is exceptionally clear. Now, I'm not going to say it's on line with, say, a $2,000 scope glass, but it is far better than I think you would get at this price point. I personally am very happy with the glass quality. The first gun I had my Strike Eagle on is the CMMG Resolute in 6mm ARC. It performed amazingly well and let us really test out the rifle and that round. The 6mm ARC was a super cool round, and I was extremely impressed with how the Strike Eagle performed, and I wanted to know just how tough it was. So I threw it on my 50. I wanted to see if the Strike Eagle could hold up to some serious recoil, so my Barrett 82A1 chambered in 50 BMG was just the ticket. We shot it a good bit with the Strike Eagle on top and had absolutely no issues at all. While I never shot my personal Strike Eagle out to a mile, I have a good friend who has shot his Strike Eagle out to a mile very effectively. This scope just straight out performs, and it does it at a price point most people can afford. This scope will not let you down, and even if it did, it is backed by Vortex's legendary warranty. This scope fits so many people at so many use case scenarios. This is a great scope for the person just getting into long range shooting and doesn't want to spend a small fortune on their first scope. It is also a great scope for the long range shooter who has a second or third rifle and maybe can't afford top end glass on all of them. Believe me, I know this scenario very well. Series 22 competitions have taken off lately with NRL and some others, and this scope would be fantastic for that, especially since the parallax goes all the way down to 15 yards. This is just a phenomenal scope at a phenomenal price, and who doesn't love that? We can't ignore the recent launch of the Venom, and while I haven't shot my Venom yet, I thought we'd go over the basic difference in stats, and that might help you decide between the Strike Eagle versus the Venom to determine which one is best for you. The Venom is not available with any kind of illuminated reticle of any kind. The turrets are exposed and do not have any locking mechanism. There's also less elevation travel, probably not a huge deal in most instances, but if you're really looking to push the round out to its limits, the Venom may come up a little bit short. Field of view is also a little smaller with the Venom, but all in all, at a savings of $200, the Venom is going to be a serious contender that will need consideration. Both of these scopes will be great choices, and it's a breath of fresh air that we don't have to drop thousands of dollars to buy a decent scope for long-range shooting anymore. We'll get the Venom mounted up and get to working on a full video of that as well, so stay tuned for that. And guys, thank you so much for watching, and a huge thanks to Optics Planet for helping us get the Strike Eagle for review. And just remember, if you're buying virtually anything from Optics Planet, try the code Alabama to see if you can save some money. When you use that code, you not only get the gear you want, save some cash, but it also helps the channel out a little bit at the same time. It's a win for everybody. And guys, I know the question I'd be asking, so I'm going to go ahead and answer it. The suppressor on the 50 cal is a KGM R50, and yes, we are working on a video on one, just having some issues finding a place that'll let us shoot 50. But it is in the works, and hopefully we'll have it out to you soon. We've also got a bunch of other videos in the works, and that is a great reason to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, so YouTube may let you know when we come out with a new video. If you want to know what new videos are in the works, check out our Instagram, Facebook, and Parler pages. There you can see what's being reviewed in real time. If you like the content here on Alabama Arsenal, the best possible way to support the channel is through Patreon. These videos can be surprisingly expensive to make, and every little bit helps and is greatly appreciated. There's also Alabama Arsenal gear available right below the video if you want to go out and represent. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching.